And welcome back to another hour of Bumbling Around in English. Here on the left, we have some blue metal fence. On the right, we have diagonal lines. Those lines are diagonal. They're not up or down or left or right, they're diagonal. And on the left is a grid with bars going up and down, and left and right is a grid. A grid is where you have columns and rows. We keep walking, and it looks like we're approaching a supermarket. Yes, this is a supermarket. We can see people inside shopping for groceries. It's a supermarket or a grocery store. Wow, and here's a woman very excited to go shopping. She's sitting on a shopping cart, and boy, is she excited. Her mouth is wide open, and her hands are next to her cheeks. And here we have a half of an orange and a half of a lemon with a blueberry floating in front of it, yellow pepper. And here's a roasted chicken with a sprig of rosemary on top. That little branch is called a sprig of rosemary. And here's an exotic fruit, and underneath and above is some kind of pumpkin with pumpkin seeds inside. Those are pumpkin seeds. Here's some red grapes, a half of a kiwi, a lime, a little boy in a green shirt on a scooter. Here's a woman is exiting the supermarket. And over here, we have some breads. That's a shopping cart. We have a muffin, a cookie, and a bagel covered in seeds. And inside, we see people shopping for groceries. They're shopping for groceries. Here's a woman pushing a cart, and we're on our way. Here's a number, 70,000. 70,000. Here's a tree, a no parking sign on a big gray grate. And inside we have another digital security guard, a virtual security guard. 1880. If we say this like a year, it's 1880. And if we say it like a number, it's 1,880. There's two ways to say a number. Here's our virtual security guard on the screen. Here's a delivery boy on his bike. There's a tree with beautiful bark. And here's a pharmacy. The pharmacy sign has a white background with green letters. R. The letter R. And here's a display of sunglasses. Lots of sunglasses on display. Here's a stack of yellow diapers, was it? Diapers? Here's a spritz bottle. Those are incense sticks. We can see a reflection of the car. And then what's this? This is something to stabilize the ankle. It's an ankle wrap. And here is some hand soap. We have 3 different scents of hand soap. We have a transparent red or pink scent, looks like with the scent of a flower. This one has the scent of coconut and the scent of, I don't know, green. Wow, here's a whole bunch of hair clips. Wow. They're a little disorganized, if you ask me. And here's a display of some makeup pens. Oh, this is eyeliner, I'm guessing. Yeah, eyeliner. A bunch of eyeliner. Air conditioning unit. A hanging light. And a table with meat on it. Here we have a big piece of meat with a yellow pepper, and there's a rosemary sprig. And here is peppercorns and a little wooden bowl of salt. Another little wooden bowl of salt. Two women lock arms and cross the street together as another woman crosses the street. Here's another sign. Oh, we're going to look at this sign. Okay. 250 grams. We got sliced ham. And here we have sliced cheese. There are some more peppercorns. Here's some sliced salami and some more sliced cheese. And here are some boys wearing a football jersey. And a older couple holding hands. And this woman has a boot, has some kind of medical boot on her ankle. It looks like she maybe has some kind of injury. She's recovering from an injury, and she's walking with a big boot on her foot. And here we have a gathering of policemen. Some policemen have gathered. They're gathered together. Oh, and there's a dog with big black splotches. Remember we had a paint splotch earlier? This dog has black splotches on his fur. And this looks like a big apartment building where we have a bunch of plants. Those are spotlights. Those are lights that light up stuff. And in the back of this little driveway, we have a garage door opening. The door's opening slowly. Are we going to see a car drive into it? And there's a blinking red light. And now the garage door is closing. The garage door is closing, and now it is closed. We're going to continue. On the left is a big black fence, and behind the black fence is a tall condo building. And these apartment units have balconies. It's a tall apartment building. Lots of floors, lots of apartments. And all of the apartments have a balcony. And here's a bed of white flowers. And if we say this number like a year, 1865. And across the street is another big apartment building, or an apartment tower. When a building is really tall, it's called a tower. We're in a zone, we're in an area with lots of tall apartment buildings, lots of tall apartment towers. And there's a license plate, the letter H, the letter E, the letter A. And it's a very, very nice street. There's lots of trees on this street, which is nice. And here's a brick wall. We all should know the word for bricks by now. And here's another number, 1845. And here's a storefront that has yellow fencing on it. And there's a key with the head of a lion. And here are a bunch of key fobs. Lots of key fobs that have buttons. This one has a button. This one has a lock button, an unlock button, a mute button, and an alarm button. What else is in his? We're trying to look through. Looks like a wall of keys. We're trying to focus. Okay, hard to focus. Now we're peeking into this locksmith shop. And there's a smiley face. We're back out on the street. And here we have a group of guys posing. This guy's kissing his pointer finger and his middle finger. He's kissing his pointer finger and middle finger. And he has tattoos on his hands. And this guy is really serious. This guy's got a backwards hat on, and the other guy has his hat on the right way. And this guy's touching his thumbs together and his pointer fingers together. And on his middle finger is a ring. They all have different hand gestures. And here's a group of people walking down the sidewalk together. We have a car driving through the street. The stoplight, the traffic light is red, so the cars are stopped and they're waiting to go. An old man crosses the road. Here's some metal wire tied into knots. Metal wire tied into knots. And there, the traffic light is green and the car is going. There's a bodega across the street. And here's another pharmacy with the white background and green lettering. And this pharmacy has got some objects on display, some products for sale. Here's a bunch of bracelets of different colors. And here's a bunch of earrings. We have mushroom earrings. We have pill earrings, popsicle stick earrings, green pill earrings, globe earrings, strawberry earrings, popsicle earrings again. So we have a top row and a bottom row. And on the bottom row, we have hamburger earrings. I don't know what the next thing is. Then we have star earrings. Then we have twisty earrings. Then we have kiwi earrings. It's like a green kiwi fruit. And then it looks like we even have pink apple earrings on the bottom row. So there's the top row of earrings has the mushroom earrings and pill earrings. And the bottom row has the star earrings and the kiwi earring and the apple earring. We have the top row, and then the very bottom, we're not going to see the bottom row. All right, and on this shelf is a whole bunch of rings. And here are big earrings, maybe? Or are they bracelets? I think they're big earrings. And here we have some patches. That's a skull and crossbones with a skull wearing an eye patch. These are bracelets. It's an eye, a dog. The Rolling Stones logo with the big lips and big tongue sticking out. A red hair clip. A spray bottle. Chapstick. Okay, that was fun. Now we have a woman carrying a bag with another bag. She's got two bags. And here comes a couple. They're holding hands. And here's a structure painted with light blue. There's yellow on the edge. And then here's a bumper sticker with a mountain. And here's a bumper sticker of a cartoon character holding a briefcase, and this is a mouse with a bow. Oh, and look, here's a car pulling into a driveway. The car pulls into the driveway. And there's a very tall orange cone. Another car drives by. And here's a little girl running down the sidewalk, and she has a bow in her hair. And the woman has the logo of the Rolling Stones on her shirt. We just saw that logo of the big lips and tongue sticking out. Okay, and this is a fire hose. A long fire hose, and there's a symbol of the fire hose. Fire hose and a symbol of a fire hose. And the cars, it's a green, the traffic light is green, and so the cars are going through the intersection. And there's another car going through. And this man in the black shirt is pushing a baby stroller. There's a baby inside the baby stroller. And there's the traffic light. The light is green, which means the cars can go. When the traffic light is green, the cars can go. And now it's turning yellow. Well, now it just turned red. The traffic light is red, which means the cars cannot go. They have to stop, and the cars on the other street can go. So now that car is stopped, and the cars on this street can go. And the pedestrians, the people walking, can cross the street. There's the stoplight or the traffic light, and it's red. The light is red, and if we sit here long enough, it might turn green. Get ready for it to turn green. It's red, waiting to turn green. It's still red, still red, still up. Now it's going to turn green. There it is. It's green. The traffic light is green. The car can go, 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 go. Yep, the cars can now go because the traffic light is green. That car is turning left. Whoa, we just had a motorcycle zoom past us. Now we are watching a woman mop. There's a woman working at this, looks like some kind of cafe or restaurant, and there the doors just opened. These are automatic doors. Doors with no doorknob, with no door handle. They're automatic. They open automatically. There, they just closed. Here's a delivery person waiting for a delivery. Here's a woman walking with a cane. She uses a cane to walk. So now we're on a commercial avenue. Before we were walking in a residential area where there were no businesses, and now we are in a commercial area where there are businesses. This woman is carrying a red bag on her shoulder, and she walks across the street. And here is a nice grandmother and her grandson. The grandson is helping the grandma walk down the sidewalk. What a nice grandson. And in this window is a giant Lego person as a giant Lego policeman guy. And in this store are a bunch of sandals. That's a pair of sandals. Lots of sandals. Sandals you wear in the summertime. And here are some sandals. Those are called flip-flops. Those kind of sandals are called flip-flops. Ooh, and look at this. Oh, here's a interesting. This is a padlock with an interesting shape. And here walks a very stylish man. He wears a red fanny pack around his hips. And there's a church. And there is a replica of the Chrysler Building from New York City. But we are not in New York City. We're in Belgrano, Buenos Aires. And we're walking down a commercial avenue. There's people walking. There's stores with things for sale. Here's a sporting goods store. Let's see what's for sale. There's a snorkel used for snorkeling. And we have a basketball. And here are some shin protectors. And there's a water bottle. What else is in this sporting goods store? There's a rugby ball. It's sort of like a American football, but it's a rugby ball. And this guy's wearing goggles with green goggles. And here's some kind of big structure. And here's another store. This store is selling lights. That's a light, or lamps. These are lamps. There's a golden, these lamps have golden stands. The stand of those lights are golden. And the stand on this light are black. So there's two big stands here that are black. And a bunch of smaller products. That's a light bulb, 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 telephone, telephone. And we have a digital sign. We have a sign that is like a TV screen. Let's take a look. Oh, we're going to look inside this shop. Some luggage. That's some luggage. Those are luggage. Pieces of luggage. Bags, suitcases. All those things together constitute luggage. And here's a TV screen advertisement. Let's take a look. What is on this screen? A price tag? 5 stars? A wooden figure? A bunch of $100 bills? A 50 euro bill? 3 50 euro bills? 3 bills of another currency? It's repeating. A price tag? 5 stars? It's on a loop. A wooden figure? The video is looping. It's the same thing being played again and again. $100 bills. Euros. Another kind of currency. Okay, so that's enough. Okay, here are some giant $100 bills. This is currency from the United States. This is United States currency. These $100 bills. There's Benjamin Franklin. And here is the seal of the United States. It's a seal. It's like an official logo for an institution is called a seal. And what else? We have an ink well. That's where you dip your pen in to get ink. It's called an ink well. And then we're going to look at this advertisement. Here's the logo of a handshake. And there's a big billboard on the side of that building. That's a big billboard. And here's another huge billboard on the side of the building. And we are looking around. There's a man pushing a baby stroller, a couple holding hands, the steeple of a church. It's a church steeple. Whoa, okay, we got some teeth. We got big teeth and a mouth. This woman has got her mouth open and she's got her teeth showing, and that's her tongue. And those are her teeth, and that's her big mouth open. She's got two big lips. Her eyes are scrunched. She's wearing earrings. She wears a headband. And here's the handshake logo. And here's the currency store. And there's a woman pushing a stroller. And a car taking a right-hand turn. And now we are on another street, and is that a butterfly? I think that's a butterfly flying around. There's a butterfly flying around. This butterfly is bumbling around like we are. It looks like we're following the butterfly right now. It's an orange butterfly. Beautiful butterfly flying around. Now we're at a street corner where there's a group of people gathered. There's some people gathered on the street corner, and they're all wearing the same colors. Looks like they're wearing the jersey of some kind of sports team. These young ladies are eating sandwiches, and it looks like, if you look, there's some kind of crowd in the distance. Looks like we're walking towards a big crowd, and it looks like a lot of people are wearing the same, I'm going to guess football. It's a football jersey. They're wearing the same football jersey. The jersey is a white jersey with a red diagonal stripe. If you look at these jerseys, they're white with a red diagonal stripe. Diagonal means not up or down, not left or right, but diagonal. There they are. Here, look, we can see the red stripes on their jerseys. It looks like they're fans of a football. This guy's got a nose piercing. And here on the ground, 290, 291, 292, 293, 294, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299. Well, that was fun counting. And here is the picture of a tree with branches. And before we go see that crowd, we're going to look at this mosaic tile. Here's a crescent moon. This guy is not wearing a white jersey with a red diagonal stripe. Here's some more mosaics. Here's a bird on a cat's tail. Here's a flower pot with a flower growing out of it. A flying bird. And a big group of people jumping up and down in the distance. And this guy is hiding behind the bush. I don't want to know what he's doing. Yes, look, we have a huge group of people. A lot of people have gathered on the streets. Their hands are in the air. They're jumping up and down. This guy's jumping up and down. He's waving his hands in the air. Wow, and he just grabbed a giant container of some kind of dark colored beverage. He's drinking out of a makeshift container. It looks like he cut a bottle in half and is drinking out of it. All right, here we have a lot of people. It looks like a bunch of, and they're all drinking. They're drinking on the streets. This guy's got beer, 2 beer bottles, Uh, People are drinking out of beer cans. This guy's drinking out of a big tin cup. This woman's holding a sign. It's in the shape of a casket. She's holding a sign in the shape of a casket, and it looks like it's the opposing team. These people are dancing. This young girl is throwing pieces of white paper into the air. She's throwing pieces of white paper into the air. There she goes. She threw some more paper. There she goes. She threw some more paper into the air. There's the sign in the shape of a casket. More paper being thrown into the air. This little girl is riding on her dad's shoulders. This woman has purple hair. People are on their phone. There's a lot going on here. This guy's waving to the camera. There's a big crowd here gathered. Okay, we're on the other side of the crowd. There's some people dancing. What is going on here? This guy is yelling. This guy's yelling. This guy's got his shirt off. He's got a big belly, and he's got his shirt off. Oh, and we have a drum. That's a snare drum. We have a green cooler and a blue cooler. And this young man is picking up crushed beer cans and putting them into a white bag. He's picking up the crushed cans, the cans that have been crushed. He's picking them up and he put them into the white bag. He puts them into the white bag. Then he leans the white bag against the wall. Oh, he's crushing the cans with his left foot. He crushes another can. He crushes another can. He crushes another can. He crushes another can. He's crushing the cans. Oh, he crushes the other can with his right foot. Crushes it with his left. More crushing. Crushing those cans. And this little girl is wearing a headband. And there's a big flag with a big red stripe down the middle. The flag is flowing above them. People are moving their arms. People are jumping. People are dancing. What are these guys doing? He's fixing his drumstick with tape. He's wrapping tape around his drumstick. And he's got a snare drum tied around his waist. And there he goes. He starts drumming. He's drumming on his snare drum. There he goes. He drums on his snare drum. The people are still moving their arms in the air. There's another drummer. There we go. We got drumming. Here's a guy. He's pouring. This guy is pouring wine into a container. No, what's he doing now? He's taking the cap off of this soda, and now he's pouring soda into the same container. He's making a mixed beverage of red wine and yellow soda. And he's mixing it. This guy's got a phone in his shirt. These people are very happy and very drunk. I would have to guess that these people are very drunk. They've drunk a lot of alcohol, and they're drunk. And they're having fun. They're having a good time. Now they're jumping up and down together. There's some people with their shirts off. And yeah, people are drinking and having a good time. He just kissed his shirt. He's also wearing a backwards hat. And the people are dancing and drinking and having a good old time. He's holding up 3 fingers. This is what we call a party in the streets. It's a party in the streets. This guy's whistling. He's putting fingers in his mouth to whistle. This guy's got his phone tucked into his pants. And yeah, I don't know. There's like 100 people standing together on the streets. There's 100 people gathered here, drinking, partying, dancing. There's the drinks on the ground. Some people have their shirts off. Oh, and here are the police. The police don't seem to mind. The police car are driving through, leaving everyone alone. This guy's got a big tin mug. Is it filled with wine and soda? This guy's got a big drum. He's got a bass drum, and he's beating the bass drum. He's beating the drum. He beats the drum. This guy's waving his arm in the air. We got some people walking through. This guy's taking pictures with his phone. This guy's checking it out. It's quite a scene. Quite a scene. There's a car being towed by a tow truck. 2 policemen on a motorcycle. A police truck. More people with different beverages. She's holding a beverage in her hand. A beverage is a kind of drink, is basically like saying a drink. Whoa, this guy zooms by on his mono wheel. A mono wheel. Oh, wow, we have a whole swarm of cops riding on motorcycles. There's a lot of cops on motorcycles. There's 2 cops on each motorcycle. Across the street, standing on a balcony, is a guy in a blue shirt. Yep, this guy's got a blue shirt on. He's standing on his balcony. Here are 2 people standing on their balcony. We got motorcycles. We got 2 men standing in the middle of the street. They're standing on the yellow line, and they're waiting to cross. And maybe they do cross, maybe they don't. And here's our big group of people celebrating and partying in the streets, waving their hands in the air like they just don't care. And here's a guy carrying a huge bag filled with trash or bottles. And we can see more jerseys with the diagonal red stripe. And this guy's dancing. Oh, he's getting into it. Oh, and he's dancing. He's moving. He's grooving. He's having a good old time. He's bumping it. Whoa, he does a kick in the air. We just got a nice kick. He's having a good time. And then we got this guy waving a shirt in the air, spinning and waving his shirt. This is a very festive atmosphere. It's a very festive atmosphere. Here's a young girl being carried by her father. They're still waving the arms in the air. Are we going to start moving? All right, looks like we're going to walk away from the big crowd and explore some new spots. This guy's got a red hood. He's got a hooded jacket. And here's an advertisement for, it's a half of a cheeseburger, and on the other half is a astronaut with an astronaut helmet. And it looks like this is a store with marble on display. We have different types of marble. That's black and white marble with diagonal lines. Here's a decorative marble. Here's marble, black and white marble in hexagon shape. More marble, all different kinds of marble. This woman stands up from the bench and starts walking. We got these two women walking fast. Oh, and we have a cute advertisement with a little baby, and she wears a red hat. And here's a store with a pink facade. We got some more advertisements. Here's an advertisement for a movie. We have an animated fox. We have an animated panda bear. We have an animated, I forget what that animal's called. We have an animated goose holding a bowl of noodles. An animated goose holding a bowl of noodles. We have some animated bunnies with sharp teeth. An animated jaguar. An animated lizard. And here's a display of beauty products or hair care products. Ooh, we have a nice spherical doorknob and an old mailbox. Is it rusty? And here's one of our special beverage containers. Wide mouth beverage. Here's another advertisement. 65% off. And this is a man holding his trunk open, and he has in his right hand a suitcase. He has a suitcase in his right hand, and in his left hand, he's holding the trunk of the car open. Here's somebody sleeping. More people wearing this jersey for the team with the red diagonal stripe going through the jersey, the red and white jerseys. I have to guess that there's some kind of sporting event happening nearby. If I had to guess, I would guess that there's a sporting event happening, and because we're in Argentina, my guess is that there's a soccer game going on nearby. This guy's got his beverage. He's got his beverage. This guy's got a cardboard box, and they're talking to the camera. This guy's talking to the camera, saying something. This guy's holding up his two fingers. They got their beverages filled up almost to the top. This guy's got a ring on his finger. And that box says 4 by 5. 4 by 5. And the guy takes off. And then we have another guy talking to us. He wears all red, and there he goes. Oh, he just made lifted his arms. Here's a woman with a bicycle. This man walks by slowly. Here's a store, and that is a bathtub. That is a bathtub. On that bathtub has a nice, I don't know what you call it, but the bathtub is a nice looking bathtub. And there's a mirror, a circular mirror, and underneath the circular mirror is we don't have time for that. We keep walking. And here is a furniture store. A store that sells furniture. There's lamps with a black stand. There's another lamp with a black stand. Here's some shelves. There's a wicker chair. There's a comfy chair. Here's a wicker basket. A statue. A garbage can, a garbage dumpster. Some people walking by. Looks like we're going to follow this guy in the green jacket. Okay, across the street, There's another small group gathered. They're waving their arms in the air too. Here's a woman walking her doggy with a pink leash. And on the left, we can see an advertisement with a photo of two people shaking hands. Here are two people shaking hands. On the left, we have red and white, and on the right, we have blue and yellow. I think that might be an advertisement for the sporting event that's going on today. Here's some decaying leaves, or some leaves that have been broken up. People waiting for the bus. Whoa. Wow. Okay. We have a lot of policemen wearing riot gear. They're holding transparent shields. And this policeman is buying something. Let's look back at this line of policemen. They're holding they're holding clear shields, and they're just waiting in line. They have helmets and shields. These policemen are in a long line holding their helmets and shields. It's funny, I only see people wearing red and white. I do not see anyone wearing blue and yellow. These guys are talking to the camera. This guy's got sunglasses on his head. They give a thumbs up and they leave. Oh, here's another guy. Here's a young man carrying a skateboard. If you saw that behind the tree. Yeah, here's a young man carrying a skateboard. He's carrying a skateboard. Yep, that's a skateboard that he's carrying. He's carrying the skateboard in his his right arm. And now we're crossing the street with this group of people. And there's more people gathered on this side of the street. Sort of haphazardly gathered. They're not all in one group. There's like a little bit of people there. There's a little bit of people there. People are haphazardly gathered on this side of the street. And there's lots of bottles and trash and plastic bags. Here's a shopping cart filled with beverages. This guy's carrying a plastic bag. There's a policewoman. This sort of a mess over here. We got cops. We got policemen driving on two policemen riding around on motorcycles. There's policemen gathered. A man is standing there with a shopping cart filled with beverages. People are just standing around. We can also say that they're just milling about. They're just milling about. The people are milling about. They're standing there. They're sort of walking. Some people are standing there. Here's some more cops riding on motorcycles. They got their helmets on. This is quite a scene. It looks like everyone's getting along, though. The cops are just there to make sure nothing is getting out of hand. Looks like everyone's being friendly to each other. Here's some people sitting at tables. We have a group of young men, of some boys sitting at a table. On the left, we have a pretty fat, I would call this guy obese. That guy is not just fat, he's obese. And we're walking down this street, following these two boys down the street. This guy's there. He just passed his can to his friend, and now this friend is taking a drink. They're sharing the drink together. They're sharing the drink. Here's a family walking. Here's some police officers guarding this gate. So looks like people cannot go through this street without talking to the police first. Here's another police truck. There's a picture of a hummingbird behind the police truck. And here is an advertisement. It looks like this is a soccer field with it's River versus Boca. Okay, so this explains it. On the left, we have our red and white team, and on the right, we have and here is a hummingbird. The hummingbird has a beak. This is the beak of a hummingbird. That is the tip of the hummingbird's beak, the tip of the beak. The hummingbird has an eye, and those are the wings of the hummingbird. 2 wings. The hummingbird's wings move very fast, and that's the hummingbird's tail. And those are the hummingbird's feet. And we're going to keep walking down this street. Here we have a recycling dumpster. We're going to take a look at the recycling dumpster. And here's some symbols. There's a metal can, a glass jar, a plastic bottle, a paper carton, a sheet of paper, and a cardboard box. And here is an image of 2 hands of 2 hands being washing themselves. I don't know. Here we have some more fans of the sports team. Oh, and here's a circular sign with a red border, a blue inside, and the symbol is a person in a wheelchair. On the right is a yellow building. This guy's got black shorts, a bright red shirt, white shoes. He's walking fast. He's walking by 2 people sitting down. There are 2 people sitting down on the right. He's passing the barricade. These metal fence is called the barricade. A barricade prevents people from going through, but it looks like this car is trying to go through the barricade. The policewoman is talking to the driver. We keep walking. We're walking under a tree. We're following the guy in the bright red shirt. Here are 2 people wearing blue vests. Those are vests. A vest is a shirt without sleeves. We keep walking down this street. There's a motorcycle on the left. We should know the word for motorcycle by now. And it looks like we're coming back to where we were. There's the obese man. Here are the boys sitting at the table together. The young boys. I don't know. They look like teenagers sitting at a table together. And we're back to the street corner where everyone is just milling about. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's just standing there. Some people are walking. Yeah, they're milling about. This guy's sweeping up some of the trash. He's sweeping. Oh, he's got his broom. He's using a broom to sweep. He just picked those up with his hands. They have a little blue push cart or a hand cart that's holding the trash bags and holding the broom. He's holding the handle to the broom. And now he grabs the handle to the shovel. And now he's using the broom and the shovel to pick up the trash. He's using the broom and the shovel to pick up the trash. And there's a lot of it. He's going to be working a lot today, using the shovel and the broom to pick up the trash. And this guy's using his broom. He's just using his hand. There you go. He's using the broom to sweep up some of the trash. This woman is sitting and chilling on her blue cooler. We have lots of beer bottles and empty plastic bottles on the ground. And we're going back across the big avenue. There's the police buses. Another group of people gathered on the street corner, looking into a bin of something. Here are two women standing with each other. And now we're heading down another street. But first, let's look at this advertisement. There's a woman playing a bass guitar. A woman playing bass. A man playing the cello. A man is playing the cello. This man is playing the violin. This man plays the violin. He's playing the violin. This man is playing the guitar, more specifically, the acoustic guitar. And this man is playing the drums. It's a drum set that he's playing. Ooh, and what do we have up here? Here is a drawing of two pirate ships or two ships in the sea. And that's a dove or a bird. We have two ships in the ocean. And crossing the street is a group of people. This guy is holding a container in one arm. With just one hand, he's holding this container. And we're coming back here. There's a man sitting on the ground, a woman sitting on the stoop, and they have a display of something. What is it? Sandwiches. Look at these sandwiches. Wow, it's a salami sandwich. Slices of salami, a knife. Wow. Sandwiches for sale on the street. It's a nice treat to have before the big game. And now we're walking through the neighborhood. Here's a delivery woman with a delivery bag. Wow. The streets are completely littered with garbage. The street, especially that side of the street, is littered with bottles and cups and empty packaging and plastic bags and smashed beer bottles and there's a glass bottle. And there's the gutter. That's the gutter. The curb. And here are some potted plants and a statue of a Buddha statue. Wow, look at these. The streets are really littered with bottles. Absolutely littered. And here's a man trying to keep his balance on this curb. He's balancing himself. He's only got a little bit of his beverage left. And now we're turning a corner. And there's a group of people gathered. But you know what? Our hour is up. So tune in to the next episode to see what these people are doing. See you next time.